Good morning, all S3 students. I'm Miss Lee. I'm so sorry that I'm undergoing the home quarantine, so I'm not able to join the lesson with you in Shani. So today I make this video and I'm going to teach you about the rest of your first notes. Before we finish that, so let's review what we have learned before. So in the last lesson, we have learned about the weather elements. If you still remember, weather refers to something in a very short period of time, short term. And weather is closely linked up with another concept, is climate, which is about long term. So both weather and climate consist of the following elements. So now let's review what elements we have learned before. The first one is temperature. The unit is in degrees C. In the study of this chapter, changing climate, changing environment, temperature is a very, very important element you should bear in mind. Besides temperature, of course, is rainfall. Unit is mm. So these two are the very important elements for this chapter. And now let's also go through other elements we have learned before. Next one, relative humidity. Unit is percentage. Okay, show about the wetness or the dryness of a place. Then we have wind direction. So we have 4 directions, and then wind speed in meter per second. So this is also some weather elements we have learned. And we have 3 more of them. So they are air pressure, air visibility, and sunshine duration. These weather elements we will learn more in S4 geography. And we have also touched upon about the global temperature and rainfall pattern by regions. So as I teach different classes and with different pace, some of your classes learn faster. If your class, some part you have learned already, so please treat it as revision, okay? So today we'll first go through about the region, okay? So I remember should be 3A, so hopefully it's not correct, hopefully it's correct. So you have learned about the region. So please watch patiently, okay? We do revision. Okay, and then 3C and 3B, they haven't learned, okay? So we have to learn together, okay? So now, let's go to the next part. Please take out your textbook, page 5. So one more time, if you have learned already, okay, review, okay, just as a revision. So last time we learned about the temperature. The temperature is represented by a line we call isotherms, okay, isotherms. Different lines to represent different temperature, okay, of a place on this map. Okay, so I remember all 3 classes have learned about isotherm. So for example, the place on this line referred the temperature should be 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 2 classes haven't learned about the regions. Okay, please pay attention. So for the places that are very close to the equator, okay, between 23.5 degrees north and south, so we call these are the low latitude region. I repeat, they are called low latitude region. Why? Because the number, okay, of the latitude 緯度 is low, okay, or the lowest among different places. So in this area, the temperature is always very high, okay? Please highlight in your textbook if your class haven't highlighted, okay? One class is finished already. So this is called the place we call low latitude region. So the region, we'll call them tropical region, 熱帶地區, okay? This word means very hot, okay? So please highlight. If you learn already, please listen and as revision. Okay, so here I show you quickly about the tropical region. The places are very hot, so the people can enjoy different water sports. And we have a very famous tropical rainforest, 熱帶雨林. Okay, next region is the opposite to the tropical region. So this region, they are called high latitude region. Sorry, please also highlight high latitude region. So they are on the top and on the bottom of this figure. Okay, we call them polar region. So they are within 66.5 degree to 19 degree north and south. As you can see, the number is the largest or the highest latitude number in the world, so we call them high latitude region, and they are called the polar region. Okay, polar 極地. Okay, so they are very cold. Okay, please highlight in your textbook, page 5 and then 6 should be on 6. I remember. Okay, so this region are the coldest place in the world. They are called polar region. The famous things we can find there is the polar bear. So now let's quickly show you some picture. So we can see a polar bear in North Pole, penguin in the South Pole, and the people enjoy the skiing activity, okay, or ice skating. Last one is called the temperate region. Temperate region is very easy. They are just between the polar region and the tropical, in between. Okay, in between. So we call this region is temperate. Temperate. In Chinese, it's called 温帶地區. Okay, quite warm, not very cold, not very hot. We call temperate region. Temperate region. So this is the picture showing you the temperate region. Okay, we have different colors. The shapes will shape the leaves off. So this is all the region. Okay, I guess 2 classes have learned this already. Okay, for the last part, okay, I remember only 3A have learned about the rainfall. Okay, the rainfall. So this is the summary. In general, okay, the last part we highlight in your textbook, page 6. Temperature decrease from low latitude to high latitude regions. I repeat, the temperature, okay, here 25, start to decrease from low latitude region to negative 15. I might back one. Okay, negative 15 degrees Celsius at the high latitude region. Okay, so that means they also decrease from tropical region to polar region. Temperatures start to drop from low latitude region to high latitude region. Okay, so the highest is equator, the lowest is the polar region. It drops towards the pole. It drops towards the high latitude region. So this is all about temperature. Okay, so 2 classes should be learned this part already. Okay, and then last one, only 3A have learned about the rainfall. Okay, so 3A, please be patient. Okay, I know that you have learned this part about rainfall. Okay, but other 2 classes they haven't learned. So now let's see about the precipitation pattern. Okay, very quick. Precipitation also refer to rainfall. Okay, rainfall. Another word. In the whole world, the rainfall is unevenly distributed. That means some places they have more rainfall, some places they have less rainfall. Okay, in your textbook, page 7. Okay, page 7. Page 7. So in general, we found that the polar region is very dry. Okay, polar region very dry. They have less rainfall. Okay, only 250 to 500 millimeter, very dry. However, okay, we found that the coastal region, in Form 2, we have learned about coastal, 沿海地區, coastal, more than 2,000 millimeter. But for the inland area, okay, 內陸地區, they will have much more rainfall. So a second point we want to draw your attention is about the rainfall distribution. Coastal, wetter, okay, very easy, wetter than inland. Okay, coastal, wetter than inland. Okay, so this is still what you have learned in Form 2. Okay, so should be not that difficult for you. So last line for the rainfall, then 3 classes, okay, should be the same pace now. So last one, the largest rainfall. Where can we find the largest rainfall? They are all near the equator, okay? So we just learned this region is called tropical region, 熱帶地區. So this area, they will always have the largest amount of rainfall. Areas around the equator has the largest amount of precipitation or the largest rainfall. So that's why we have the one very famous landform in the world, okay, is called the tropical rainforest, 熱帶雨林. Okay, why it's called 雨林? Because it's always have rainfall. Okay, so this should be all classes, the same pace now. Now please turn to the next page. Okay, next page on textbook. Okay, so we learn about the climate of South China, where Hong Kong located. Okay, so please highlight in your textbook page 8. Okay, page 8. And we will explain one by one. So for South China, so including Hong Kong, okay, just mentioned here, including Hong Kong. So we are not exactly the tropical region. We are in a subtropical, okay, please highlight subtropical region. 亞熱帶 ，OK， 亞熱帶 ，sorry， 亞熱帶。咁熱帶係最熱啦，咁亞熱帶咧就遠離少少，所以香港都比較熱嘅喎。不過我哋都有冬天嘅 ，OK， 咁就唔係叫熱帶，熱帶就冇冬天㗎。香港有冬天嘅，叫亞熱帶。亞係亞洲個亞啦，亞熱帶。So we are located, for South China, located at 23.5 degree to 35 degree north and south. So still quite low latitude. Please mark down. So still quite low, not polar, okay, not temperate. In South China, in general, okay, the annual mean temperature and precipitation, the rainfall is quite high. So now look at this graph, okay, highlight is called climatic graph of Hong Kong. 氣候圖 climatic graph of Hong Kong. So let's see some data. We have seen this picture in Form 2 IH, okay, in China. So let's see about Hong Kong. The annual mean temperature is 23 degrees Celsius, okay, quite high. Okay, today when I make this video, it said that it's the hottest day in September, okay, so I'm now sweating, I'm very hot, okay. So the average temperature, annual mean means average. Okay, I might larger word, okay, average. The average temperature, annual means year, is 23 degrees Celsius, very hot, okay. How to calculate the annual mean? Okay, we need to get all the data, okay, add up all the data, add up all monthly temperature and divide by 12, okay. So I don't repeat about the formula, okay, you have learned in Form 2, just let you know the annual mean temperature is very high. Next one is the annual rainfall, well, over 2,000 is a large amount, okay, we add all the rainfall, okay, we add all the rainfall, okay, this is not need to divide by 12, okay, we add up all, it's over 2,400 millimeter, okay, we have high annual mean temperature and high annual rainfall. Now let's see some characteristics of different seasons, not difficult, okay, different seasons. Same page, okay, below. So in South China, we can have 4 distinct, okay, 4 different seasons. Write down 4 different seasons. So we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter, okay. So we focus more is summertime and winter time. Although some argue that Hong Kong will have less winter time, okay. So let's draw the key idea. Summer, hot and wet. Winter, cool and dry, only cool, not cold, cool only. So for South China, okay, page 8, okay, sorry. So for South China, it has a monsoon climate. Okay, no worry for the word monsoon. Okay, we are mainly learning in S4 geography. Okay, let you know monsoon is mean 季候風. Okay, so we have mainly rains in summer. Okay, also highlight rainfall in summer. Okay, rainfall in summer also highlight. So that's why we have a very wet summers and cool, dry winter. Okay, so this is about the climate of China. So next part we're going to learn is about the global climate. Okay, how is the change of global climate, which is a very important part of our study in this chapter. Okay, few more seconds for you. Okay, so we're going to learn about the global change. Okay, so this topic is called changing climate. Is that the whole world? Let's go back to the whole world. Is the whole world, the climate is changing different than before? So we have to observe the two changes in the world. Remember, I just mentioned in the beginning of the lessons, the most important part of study of weather and climate, weather elements, is temperature. So some people observe our climate is changing because we have increase in the temperature. The whole world we call increase in global average temperature. The whole world, the temperature is getting higher. Besides the temperature is getting higher, there are some changes. Okay, why I don't mention increase or decrease, that means both. Okay, some increase, some decrease in precipitation, that means rainfall. So we will focus on these two. Okay, some changes in these two areas. Okay, caused by some human activities. Okay, we'll learn the human activity later. Okay, so this is the part 1 of this video. Okay, thank you. We'll turn to part 2.